Welcome back to Fascinating History. Today we take an exciting journey through the history of New Year's Eve traditions. Did you know that the world's largest New Year's Eve celebration involves over 1 million people and nearly 6 tons of shimmering crystals? In this video, we'll journey through time, exploring the ancient roots and cultural influences that have shaped the New Year's Eve celebrations we know today. From the mesmerizing Times Square ball drop to unique customs worldwide, we'll uncover the fascinating tapestry of traditions that ring in the new year. But hold on to your party hats, because we're not just diving into the familiar, we'll unveil lesser-known facts and surprising connections that'll leave you seeing New Year's Eve in a new light. So why do we continue these age-old rituals? What ties us to the past as we eagerly welcome the future? Well, let's get started. The celebration of New Year's Eve finds its roots in the ancient civilizations of Babylon and Egypt, where the concept of marking time and celestial occurrences laid the foundation for our modern traditions. Around 4,000 years ago, the Babylonians celebrated the new year with a festival known as Akitu, which lasted for 11 days during the first new moon after the vernal equinox. The festival involved various religious rituals, the crowning of a new king, and the reaffirmation of loyalty to the reigning monarch. In ancient Egypt, the new year was linked to the annual flooding of the Nile River, bringing fertile soil and prosperity. The celebration coincided with the heliacal rising of the star Sirius, which marked the beginning of the Egyptian solar calendar. Both civilizations recognized the cyclical nature of time and the connection between celestial events and earthly life. The idea of renewal, symbolized by natural phenomena such as the flooding of the Nile or the changing of the seasons, became intertwined with the concept of a new beginning. The Roman Empire played a pivotal role in shaping the New Year's celebrations we recognize today. In 45 BCE, Julius Caesar implemented the Julian calendar, replacing the Roman lunar calendar and establishing January 1st as the beginning of the new year. This choice wasn't arbitrary. It aligned with the civil New Year and the Janus festival. Janus, the two-faced god in Roman mythology, symbolized transitions, doorways, and new beginnings. The dual faces looked backward into the past and forward into the future, encapsulating the essence of the year-end festivities. The name January derives from Janus, and the month became synonymous with reflection and resolutions. The Romans marked the occasion with grand celebrations, feasts, and sacrifices to honor Janus. Temples dedicated to Janus were adorned with doors, symbolizing the transition from the old year to the new. However, the celebration of January 1st as the new year faced intermittent challenges. In medieval Europe, the church shifted the new year to various dates, including Christmas, the Feast of the Annunciation, and even March 25th. When Pope Gregory XIII adopted the Gregorian calendar in 1582, January 1st was universally reinstated as the official start of the new year. The medieval period witnessed a tapestry of diverse New Year's Eve traditions, blending elements of pagan, Roman, and Christian influences. In this era, celebrating the new year varied across regions and communities, reflecting the amalgamation of cultural practices. Medieval Europe often observed the new year in conjunction with the feast of Christ's circumcision on January 1st, emphasizing religious significance. The day marked 8 days after the birth of Jesus, following the Jewish tradition of circumcision. In some Christian traditions, this feast symbolized the covenant with God and the beginning of a new era. Despite the religious undertones, medieval New Year's celebrations were not limited to solemn observances. Festivities included feast, music, dance, and the lighting of bonfires to ward off evil spirits. From late December to early January, the Yule season featured prominently in Northern European celebrations, with communities engaging in merrymaking and communal gatherings. Throughout medieval Europe, the emphasis on communal celebrations strengthened social bonds. The idea of starting anew, often accompanied by resolutions and reflections, became intertwined with the collective spirit. In some areas, this period also saw the practice of first footing, where the first person to enter a home after midnight brought symbolic gifts to bring good luck for the coming year. As Europe transitioned from the medieval period to the Renaissance and beyond, New Year's Eve celebrations evolved, embracing many customs contributing to the rich tapestry of contemporary festivities. During the Renaissance, the concept of the New Year as a time for renewal and reflection gained prominence. Celebrations became more elaborate, featuring grand feasts, masquerade balls, and theatrical performances. The wealthy aristocracy often hosted extravagant parties, displaying their opulence and reinforcing the idea of the new year as a time for indulgence and festivity. Fireworks, a spectacle closely associated with modern celebrations, were introduced in Europe during the 16th and 17th centuries. Initially used for royal celebrations, the vibrant light and sound displays soon became integral to public New Year's Eve events. The tradition of singing Auld Lang Syne has Scottish roots, with the poem written by Robert Burns in the 18th century. The custom of singing this nostalgic tune at the stroke of midnight became widespread, symbolizing reflection on the past and embracing the future. By the 19th century, New Year's Eve celebrations had become more democratized. Public gatherings in urban centers featuring music, dancing, and communal festivities became a hallmark of the occasion. The advent of mass-produced greeting cards further popularized the exchange of New Year's wishes. The evolution of traditions during this period laid the foundation for the globalized and diverse celebrations we experience today. The combination of historical customs, technological advancements, and a shared desire for merriment has transformed New Year's Eve into a universally celebrated occasion. New Year's Eve transcends cultural boundaries, with diverse societies infusing their unique customs into the tapestry of this global celebration. Exploring the myriad traditions adds depth to our understanding of the shared human experience during this festive time. In Japan, the ringing of bells in Buddhist temples, known as Joya no Kane, occurs 108 times to symbolize the 108 human sins and desires, purifying the spirit for the upcoming year. In Spain and some Latin American countries, revelers consume 12 grapes at the stroke of midnight, each grape representing a month of good fortune. In Scotland, the celebration of Hogmanay involves a series of festive events lasting several days, including the iconic First Footing, where the first person to enter a home after midnight brings symbolic gifts. In Denmark, it's customary to leap off chairs at the stroke of midnight, physically jumping into the new year. In the Philippines, circular shapes are considered lucky, so wearing polka-dotted clothes and preparing round fruits on New Year's Eve is common. In Brazil, the celebration on Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro is one of the world's largest New Year's Eve parties, attracting millions for music, dancing, and a spectacular fireworks display. One of the most iconic and globally recognized New Year's Eve traditions is the Times Square ball drop in the heart of New York City. The origins of this spectacle date back to 1904, when the first ball drop was held to celebrate the official opening of the New York Times building. Since then, it's become an inseparable part of the city's cultural identity and a symbol of the new year for millions worldwide. The crystal ball, now adorned with cutting-edge LED technology and Waterford crystals, descends from a flagpole atop One Times Square as the final seconds of the year tick away. The ball, weighing nearly 6 tons and covered in thousands of dazzling lights, completes its descent at midnight, marking the official transition to the new year. The Times Square celebration is more than just a visual spectacle. It represents a collective experience, drawing people from all walks of life to the crossroads of the world. The event is attended by locals and tourists alike, with millions more tuning in globally through television broadcast and online streaming. The tradition has evolved over the years, incorporating musical performances by renowned artists and providing a platform for messages of hope and unity. The confetti release, featuring handwritten wishes from people worldwide, adds a personal touch to the festivities. The Times Square ball drop has not only become a symbol of New Year's Eve, but also a reflection of the shared optimism and aspirations of people worldwide, creating a sense of unity as the world collectively ushers in a new chapter with the iconic countdown in the heart of New York City. New Year's Eve has transformed in the modern era, blending centuries-old traditions with contemporary elements, global connectivity, and technological advancements. The celebration has become more than a local affair, it's a worldwide spectacle transcending geographical boundaries. Technology plays a significant role in modern celebrations. Social media platforms enable people to instantly share their New Year's experiences, fostering a sense of interconnectedness. Live broadcasts and streaming services allow individuals worldwide to witness and participate in celebrations from major cities like Sydney, London, and New York in real time, creating a shared global experience. The advent of technology has also influenced the way people make and share resolutions. Apps and online platforms provide tools for setting goals, tracking progress, and connecting with communities pursuing similar aspirations. The digital space has transformed the private act of making resolutions into a collective and supportive endeavor. Fireworks, an age-old tradition, have become more elaborate with advancements in pyrotechnics. Cities compete to present the most dazzling displays, turning the night sky into a canvas of light and color. The spectacle symbolizes the joy of celebration and serves as a visual representation of the collective optimism and hope for the future. So, how do the stories of the past shape the way you welcome the new year? Let us know below, and as always, see you in the next video.